Hello friends, part 2 of our trip vlog video. You know, there's nothing like having to cook with a bunch of subpar to what you're used to dishes to make you feel very appreciative for things like cast iron frying pans and teapots. But you know what? I think it's important creativity and it made my brain think in different ways, which is all good. Hi. Mac is all bundled up. Oh, you need a hat.
Do I?
Yeah. Mac's all bundled up.
Ow! I got.
We're getting Hamish bundled up here. No, you're staying inside, Amos. Okay, out you go quick. Good luck. Our grand catch of our whole weekend.
Just take a picture, please.
We have a burbot. I have taken a picture, Marius. I just needed a video. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Go get in the back. Come on, Island.
One whole fish.
So we actually know a good few people in this neck of the woods, and some of them are probably going to be sad. Could you girls be a little bit quieter? That we didn't say we were here, but we just needed a quiet family getaway. We needed no commitments. We needed no plans. We just wanted to have like 4 days, no plans, just our family. And it's just been so good to just like have such a nice deep exhale. And yeah, there hasn't been as much fishing as the boys were hoping for, but you know, adapt, overcome, pivot, all those things, they're important life skills. And we've been doing just so much knitting and finger knitting and reading aloud and card games, and it's been so good for our family. So right now it's probably about -20, wind chill -30. They checked their ling lines where they're fishing for burbot. And now they're fishing right out in front so that if one of the boys gets cold, they can more easily come in. Or if we wanted to go out, we could. I think it's pretty cold, Rowan. Mac is actually wearing my snow pants anyways because mine are warmer than his, so I made him wear mine. Honestly, I made Rowan step outside earlier. She like opened the door and was like, yeah, nope, not going out. I'm like, yeah, see? She was like, I want to go fishing, I want to go fishing. Okay, let's step outside for a second. She opened the door. No, I'm not. So.
Okay, try it.
Amos, cookies away. Nope, cookies away. Put it away. Put the cookie away. Put it away. Thank you. Oh.
No, left in it longer.
Rowan, do not go down to the lake.
Let her in. Come inside, Mom. Just let her in.
Okay, Amos, move out of the way.
Is it cold out?
Is it really cold out there?
My Barbie outside. Hey, I'm Mac.
I sent Freya up. She's dressed warm, but not like stay outside for a while warm, with a mug of tea for the boys to share. I know Marius brought one, but the boys didn't. So she's got a travel mug and she's bringing them out. Back they come. And Rowan's having a meltdown.
There.
You nice and warm, Mac?
Nope.
Wow. We have a
It appears they were skunked.
Like the last time, it's like a day yesterday. Like a vlog of they running.
You know what they should do? You know what they should do around the whack off
Hey guys, look it.
Play it the real way.
Suicide.
Yesterday the boys didn't dress warm enough, so today I gave them some of my clothes. Mac wore my overalls and Hamish wore one of my cashmere wool sweaters. I also kind of coached them in their layering because they've never spent so much time outside in such cold weather. They've only just gone out and done chores and come back in and be moving the whole time, so it was a lesson for them. On the ferry, on our way home, it's minus 35 Celsius, which is also Fahrenheit. This guy doesn't have a back window, guys. This made us laugh so hard. He must be so cold. So we are home and I'm back to hiding in my basement. We got everything unpacked because if you don't just unpack everything right away, it just hangs over your head forever. So all our totes got unloaded and packed and the totes put away. There's enough leftover cooked potatoes and some thawed bacon. We're gonna have potatoes, bacon, and eggs for dinner, so that'll be easy. And I'm thankful for my cast iron pans and a cookie sheet and enough cutlery that we can all eat with forks. Funny how that goes. And the score is we have 4 Advent chocolates to eat.
Rowan even said 6.
Oh, because they were in bed when we ate them the other night.
I know.
Ooh, there's white filling on the inside.
Oh. What's it like?
Tallow?
Tallow? I don't think they filled it with tallow.
Well, it sticks to the top of my mouth, and I can't really get a good taste.
Oh, you got yours?
Yeah.
So Marius' brother stayed here. His wife and family, his kids, his wife and kids were here the first night, and then they started feeling really sick, and he was like, you know what, I think you guys should go back home. And so he kind of bounced between here and there, sleeping here, going there, also going to work some, keeping everything thawed here because it's like the coldest weekend of the year so far. Anyhow, so we had hired them to farm sit because when you have a couple hours of chores a day, that's not just a favor you ask, in our opinion, especially when you require someone to stay here and keep the fire going. So with the cold weather, I was like, I think they need a cold weather bonus, because instead of just having to do chores twice a day, he was out there checking more times a day and he had to deal with some freezing taps and things like that. So we were super thankful that we were able to go away and, could not really worry about home because we knew he was here and he's a really competent person. And he called me after we got home because he had to tell me a story that happened while they were here. He didn't lock one of the doors, and we locked the doors for the dogs. The dogs opened the doors. He came down to load the fire at 2:30 in the morning, and he walked onto the main floor, and he said it was minus 29 Celsius, which is pretty close to minus 29 Fahrenheit. That's at minus 35 is where they kind of meet up, I think. And he thought a window had broken from the cold because it was so cold in the house. And turns out the door was wide open. It was 0 Celsius, 30 degrees Fahrenheit on our thermometer, which is pretty near to the door. He said the floors felt warm, but he immediately turned on the taps and turned on the oven to warm up the kitchen and went and got the fire roaring and everything. And he said he thought he had done something real bad, but it turned out to not be too bad. Anyhow, it's Monday afternoon now, and it is a busy week for us. I work this week 2 days. We have a Christmas Eve service. We're hosting people for Christmas morning for a brunch, as well as a family dinner on Boxing Day, 26th. Do you know what Boxing Day is? Not everybody knows what Boxing Day is. I think it's a Canadian-British thing. So we don't like to do a family dinner on Christmas Day. We have bumped it to Boxing Day for 2 reasons. Number one, it means the person hosting it, which is quite often us, we can just relax on Christmas Day, enjoy celebrating Christ's birth, and on the 26th is when we have our hosting mode, although we're having a quiet brunch on Christmas morning. The other thing is that when you're dealing with both biological and in-law families, it ends up being well, we can't come to your Christmas dinner because we're going to this Christmas dinner. So if we just choose the 26th, it means they can go to their families on the 25th. We're invited to a skating and sledding party. Mac has a doctor's appointment. Rowan gets to do her Christmas shopping, and she's never got to do Christmas shopping before, so we'll see how this goes. I'll try to show you how it goes. I bet it's going to be pretty cute.
It's stuck to the counter. I said that slimy tar-like skin gets stuck to the counter. You get into there, Amos?
Cake.
Cake? No cake.
Cake. Cake.
Oh, you're fine, sir.
What are you doing, like a ling or?
Yeah, it kind of is like one, sort of, a little bit different.
So perfect. Freshwater ling.
Are we gonna take the cheeks out of them?
I think there's much for cheeks,
After being away, cultures always need a little bit of love. So I took my clabber culture, which the jar says it was last fed December 14th. And if I want to make cheese this week, which I think I'm going to need to, I need to feed it. So I just take a scoop of the clabber culture and feed it with some milk from the fridge. And in a day or so, it should be good, depending on how warm our house is. I've been having to be careful I don't put it against an exterior wall, but I put it over by the stove. So it's very easy to feed. It's just a scoop of the existing clabber into some fresh milk, throw a lid on it, and we'll give it a little shake and leave it on the counter until it's firmed up, and then I pop it in the fridge until I'm ready to use it. I fed my sourdough starter yesterday. I got 2 pots of tea going on this morning already. But I put the sourdough starter by the exterior wall under that big window, and it's just kind of a cold wall if it's really cold out. So there is zero activity going on in this. So I moved it to by the stove where it's warmer, and it really just perks it up a lot more. This is technically an exterior wall as well, but it's a more protected exterior wall. I had put some hot water in my mug because my mug was so cold from the drawer. I was like, my tea is going to be cold instantly in this. So I'm having a masala chai this morning, which is delicious. It's actually left over from yesterday. I just warmed it up and put it back in the pot because waste not, want not. I tried a new pancake recipe, sourdough pancakes, from this book by Food Nanny and Turner Farm. Oh, honestly, it was a big old fail of a recipe for us. I don't think I did anything wrong, but it was so gloppy. I had to add more milk. I tried to add more baking powder to try and change the consistency, and we ended up with really gummy waffles that even the dogs were skeptical on eating, and the chickens ended up getting. So there you go. Can't win them all. This honey was liquid when we went away, but apparently it is now creamed honey. And that's kind of funny. The kids were so excited it was liquid honey that they could have it on toast, because spreading creamed honey on top of peanut butter on toast is a frustrating experience. It's not all sadness when it's so cold, minus 33 Celsius or minus 28 Fahrenheit outside right now, because if it's below minus 30, we get to make maple syrup winter candy, which is very exciting. So later today, we're going to do that. You can let Cleon Brodus out now.
Okay, does he want to play?
So while most would call it Christmas break right now, Marius decided that they're doing schoolwork today. He's like, it's minus 34. What are you going to do outside? You're not doing anything outside. We're doing schoolwork because you need something to do. Yes, sir. I'm going up to my office to work, so they can enjoy that. I'm just coming to check the furnace before I go.